Hello, Robs. We're back with Frank Leslie's Christmas book, 1889 to 90. We're approaching the end of this story, staggering towards the end. Chapter 12, The Trial. Lise was much alarmed at the idea of playing in public, but Bonny persuaded her that they must try. Yet that afternoon he seemed dull and stupid, and stared at her when she spoke. The next day they were taken to the music hall where the musicians were to rehearse. Presently a little fellow in a white sailor costume with a very pale face and round, bead-like eyes, holding a violin in his hand, was, to the astonishment of the audience, handed on to the big platform. They clapped and laughed good-naturedly, wondering what it meant, for no one dreamed that this mite of a child was intended as a performer. Lise was taken to the piano. She was trembling violently. Bonny was tuning up, and the first thing that Lise observed was that he did not seem to be able to get in tune. "Johann," she said softly when he took the bow, as if he were about to begin, "that isn't right a bit. Can't you hear how sharp you have got it?" "What?" he asked, turning round to her. "You're not in tune," she said again. "Strike the note louder then," he said abruptly. "I couldn't hear it." Oh no, he's going deaf right on the spot. Lise did so. "What can be the matter with him?" she said to herself. "I believe he's frightfully nervous, worse than I am." There was a moment's pause. "Johann, you're not in tune now," Lise said in despair when he had tried again. Bonny's eyes were fixed on Lise's fingers for a few moments, and then he turned to the audience and began. He now kept his eyes firmly on his music, and by the concentrated expression of his young face seemed to be bending all his energies to the task before him. The playing was correct as far as it went, but the exquisite tone, the delicate soft passages, the clear brilliancy were gone. It was not Lisa's fault. She had done her part wonderfully well, even hiding mistakes of time that Bonny had made by her own presence of mind. Then Bonny knew he had failed. He rushed away and insisted on being taken home. When at last he reached home, he went straight up to the professor's room. Bonny ran straight to the professor and threw himself down by his side, crying bitterly all the time. "Herr Papa," he cried in tones of distress, "I could not play a bit. I did try. It wasn't my fault. Something was wrong. I couldn't hear right, Herr Papa." "How did you get back, Johann?" Herr Brother asked. Bonny did not reply. The Herr Papa repeated the question. Bonny lifted his drooping head and looked into the kind face. "What did you say to me, Herr Papa?" The truth flashed on Herr Bruder with an awful shock. Bonny had suddenly become deaf. Oh no, poor Bonny. That was more than the trial. That was a tragedy, buddy. All right. That's all. Goodbye, bruv.